please, everyone who thinks that watching this Q&A, just stop thinking that. This is final. I don't want to see another comment about that.
It's been how long?
I don't know.
June 29,
Oh, so
2022.
2 years ago, exactly.
Oh.
No, 3
So-
years ago.
3 years ago. It's been 3 years since we did the last Q&A, so it's time to do a new one. I posted the announcement on Facebook and on Instagram, so we got a lot of questions, and we're gonna go one by one from Instagram, one from Facebook, until we finish. And that's Luto. Let's go with the first question. Should I go all the way back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna take a while. Can't you make it so that it's the oldest?
No, it's Facebook. It's an old technology. 2,000 years later.
Put that there.
I'm gonna go quick because we have tons of questions and I don't want this video to be 2 hours long. Which do you enjoy the most, artistry or bass player?
They're different. Artistry, you mean like as an art? Drawing?
I think that's what.
They're very, very different. I mean,
Mhm.
I can't pick one. I mean, if I had to take as a career, obviously bass, but I can't really choose.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's very different type of pleasant.
Yeah. Okay, next question. At what age did you start teaching Ellen music, Dad? Oh, that's a question for me. I think I can't really say that I started teaching at a certain age because she was around music since she was born. But as far as giving her little lessons and then, maybe realizing that she's taking it seriously, I would say when she was
8.
8 or maybe 9.
But after that, it was like the first year or two that was really teaching. I think.
You think so? I'm not teaching now?
You
No.
are? No, I mean teaching how to play bass.
I'm still doing it. No?
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Did your dad ever work for Willy Wonka at his chocolate factory?
I think you maybe look like a character, that's why they're saying that, but
What's Willy Wonka?
I don't know.
don't know
It's
either.
a movie, but I don't know the characters. I haven't watched. You probably look like one of them. I don't know.
Yeah?
Maybe.
Okay. What brand of guitar does Dad play, or what is the preferred blend? We both play Mayona's guitars and basses. So I've been a Mayona's artist since probably 2016 or 17, and she's also Mayona's artist. So we both play Mayona's, and those are our favorites. Hi Ellen, how many hours per day do you play?
Around 2. I wouldn't say less than 2. That's like sometimes. It's not a specific time. It's not like a timer is set, but usually when I look back on it, it's usually 2 hours around. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I don't know.
Hello from the Midlands in the UK. Have followed you for quite a few years. Wow, what a bassist you are. You're lucky to have a talented dad to help you. Thank you very much. My question is, now that you have collaborated with many bass legends, which one do you look up to the most, and what pearls of knowledge did they impart to you? Keep up the fabulous content. Good question.
Collaborate?
Yeah.
I mean, because there's not really many bassists that I collaborate like a video.
Mm-hmm.
But I have met a lot.
Okay. Put it that way.
Because I've met Bona, but I haven't collaborated.
Right.
Or even Victor Wooten, I haven't collaborated.
Yeah.
It's like.
But you guys played together at the bass
that's
camp.
not collaborate. A lot of people played with.
In some way, but yeah.
Because I met Tal, I met a lot of people, especially at
Okay,
NAM.
back to the question.
Okay, who do I look up to the most?
Yeah.
I'd say Victor Wooten, because
Okay.
that's the most I've been around my whole
Makes
life.
sense.
I had dinner with him when I was 3.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Ellen. Have you ever played the upright bass?
Tried at NAM show, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't owned one.
Yeah, but it's still too big, right?
Almost.
Did it feel big?
Almost.
Yeah, you think you
There's a
can?
little bit left for
Yeah.
me to almost, because I could reach.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next question. Hi, Ellen. You are amazing. I'm Rafael from Brazil. I play the bass too, not as well as you. My question is, what do you see yourself doing in the near future? What are your musical and personal goals?
I mean, I think it's kind of obvious what I'm gonna be doing in the future.
He wants to know.
I mean, whatever I'm doing now, basically. Goals is like maybe the tours. The tours.
Touring.
Touring, yeah. That's the goal, and like,
You want to do lots of touring?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want to 100% stay one day more. Like 2 days each state or each place. So I can do the concert one day and then travel the other day.
Okay. Like go see some
Yeah.
places. Okay.
That's also why.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite color? I guess nobody asked you that before.
Purplish. Purple. I can't choose. Purple, kind of red, maybe.
Okay. When will you learn some bass lines from the band Gentle Giant? Do you remember Gentle Giant? I played Gentle Giant a few times because you gotta start with Gentle Giant very gently. It's a difficult music, but yeah, the Ray Schulman is the bass player. He's a genius. But
What genre is it?
it's considered art rock slash
kind of
progressive rock. They are very old.
Is it
Like they are basically the founders of progressive rock music.
Is it kind of like
One of the
Is
founders.
it kind of like the concert we went to with Steve Vai and Tony Levin? Kind of like that?
That's another. Yeah, it's the same era. That was King Crimson. So this is Gentle Giant. Yeah, but you gotta start with Gentle Giant very slowly. And I've been playing the music so she can listen it without listening, if that makes sense. But yeah. So hopefully that answered your question. Question for Ellen. Who's your favorite funk band?
The only funk band?
Yeah.
The only one I can think of right now is Parliament.
Okay, that's a funk band.
So yeah. Because I don't really specifically listen to funk bands. I don't know that many funk. Yeah, Parliament.
Okay. Have you ever been on the Monsters of Rock cruise?
What's that?
I guess it's a cruise. I don't know.
Monsters of Rock.
Yeah. No. Do you plan to continue with music in your life? I think you answered that question. Do you plan to study music in college?
I don't know. Because if I go to college, it's probably gonna be about music. A music college. I don't know.
You never know.
I'm not even high school.
Maybe you decide to go to art college.
Maybe.
And do you plan to become a famous superstar like Taylor Swift, for example? You want to answer or move on?
Move on.
Sorry. Do you have a food that you were picky eating and why?
Picky?
Yeah,
A food dish or like a vegetable?
it doesn't specify. It says, do you have a
Like
food?
Like a vegetable, I would say mushrooms. I've never ever liked mushrooms. People say when I grow up I'll like them, but I won't. That won't change the taste.
Okay. And that answered why. Next question. Can you play YYZ by Rush on a bass?
On a bass?
Yeah.
No, I'll play it on keyboard.
How about drums?
Vocals.
There's some keyboards in YYZ.
I know. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. It's in the plans. So wait a little bit. We're working on it.
Gonna play on clarinet.
Hi, Dad and Ellen. I watched your awesome metal riffs videos, part 1 3. How did you get to hear about those bands? A lot of us are fans of these bands. Just like you, I've been a fan of all those bands since I was growing up, since I decided to become a musician, rock musician. That's what we grew up with. So that's how I know him. Do you practice on improvisation, thinking of blues and jazz primarily?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yes, she does.
Yes, I do.
Does Mom sing?
I'm gonna say yes.
In the shower.
Yes. That type. Actually, she sings a lot, but not as a singer.
No, she's not a musician, but she sings a lot. Yeah.
She sings a lot.
You can say that.
A lot.
Okay, next question. Do you have original own material? This would be fabulous to hear.
Starting.
Starting with?
I don't have a finished song.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not for me, but we have a lot of originals.
But you also write.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
She's writing. She has a few songs that are really good. We're working on them, producing and giving some directions. But most of the melodies she came up on her own.
I'm starting not just songs, but also a couple projects we've already done. Like a specific spot, I've done the bass line like on a part. Maybe like I wrote like the bass line on that part, not just songs. Like starting small.
Mm-hmm. All right, ready? Do you think you will ever get to meet Paul McCartney?
I can't answer that.
Why?
I can't answer that.
Why?
You know why?
Next question. Do you still use Musician to learn new material? When was the last time you used Musician?
Maybe the last Q&A.
Like that? Really? That long ago? Okay, this is an interesting question. Don't look. What's the number one thing that a lot of people assume about bass playing that is completely wrong?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what people... If I knew what people were saying, maybe I would... Something that's wrong?
How about it's easier than playing guitar? Some people think it's easier than guitar. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how... The guitar is also difficult, but it's not easier than guitar.
Yeah. So that's probably one thing I can think of. Any Armenian musicians in particular you would like to collaborate with? Tigran Hamasyan comes to mind. That's exactly what we are willing and working on to do. Tigran Hamasyan, he's a world-class piano player, composer, is amazing.
He's gonna start singing.
Interesting question. What genre suits you best and what genre do you like to play the most?
Suits?
Yeah, and it's actually two questions. Are you guided by energy, feeling how your day was, or do you lean towards a certain genre?
Let me answer the first
It's kind of one question.
So I'm gonna say the genre I like to play most but not listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Progressive rock or metal.
Really?
To play, yes, but not to listen.
So you enjoy playing?
Because when I play, I get into the mode, but I don't really like to sit and listen to progressive metal. Okay. It's weird. There's a lot of stuff I like to play but not listen. Because,
Okay.
like, I know I like to play classic rock,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really sit and listen to classic rock.
Okay.
But other stuff, I like to both listen and play.
Is it like you don't like playing the stuff that you like to listen?
What? No, that too, but there's a lot of stuff where I like to play, as in, like, cause groove and um, it's fun to play,
Uh-huh.
but it might not be my style to listen. But I know everyone's now saying that I'm funk, like I'm all funk, but there's a lot of other genres I like to play and listen to more than funk.
Mm-hmm.
Cause, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's the most challenging thing about composing your own original songs?
Oh, everything. uh, it's overall a challenging thing. It's not like there's a specific thing challenging about it. It's, I would say, it depends on the person, cause some.
Did you poop?
I'm so glad he didn't do that on my head.
Challenge
Oh, yeah.
about composing?
Because for some people, it's harder to write lyrics, but easier to write melodies. And for some people, it's the opposite.
So what's the most challenging for you?
I would say melody, maybe.
Melody.
Melody.
Melody it is. Question for Hovak. What would you say is Ellen's outstanding personality traits and her special social qualities? It's really hard to say. I'm gonna go with she's very genuine, if that makes sense.
Why
Like
would that not make
nothing
sense?
gives me the feeling that she's faking something or hiding something. She's how she is, if that makes sense. Right?
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Have you ever played through a Fender Bassman? No. It's a Fender amp. What do you enjoy more, recording in the studio or live performance in front of an audience?
Live performance in front of an audience.
Hello, Ellen. What was your reaction to hearing Jaco Pastorius for the first time? Do you remember your reaction?
Not a. Oh, I don't remember reaction, but I remember something where I think it was the first time you showed me one of his songs.
Mm-hmm.
It was The Chicken.
Okay.
And I was like, The Chicken! That's all I remember. But I didn't react to the song,
Yeah.
the name.
Okay. Have you ever met or jammed with Bootsy Collins?
I've talked to, not met personally, nor jammed.
She just had an interview with Bootsy Collins. She was, asking the questions. Bootsy was answering the questions.
What's the
It
interview?
will probably come out soon, but it was very right. Okay. What else? That's it? Okay. Question for that. I'm curious about your guitar influences. When I listen to you play, I hear people like Aldi Meola, Lee Ritenour, and maybe even touch of Gary Moore. Love your pieces. Love the pieces you and Ellen do together.
Can I guess?
Yeah, of course.
Steve Vai?
One of them.
Because you said he's the reason you started?
Yes. But he's not my biggest influence
Oh,
as far as my playing goes.
I think I know your favorite.
Okay.
Your favorite guitar player is David Gilmour.
One of my favorites.
Okay. What's the Brian May?
Brian May. Who else?
Eddie Van Halen?
One of them. Yeah, but as far as my style goes, like the way I play and like the people who I looked up to was David Gilmour, Brian May, uh, Richie Blackmore, Satriani. Just so many, so many. It's really hard to name just a few. So
Cookie, 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 cuckoo, cuckoo, cookie, cookie.
is cereal a soup? Is hot dog a sandwich?
Okay. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna answer these.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
No, a hot dog is not a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Sandwich is 2 pieces of bread with stuff inside. Hot dog
Agree.
is like a bun. It's a bun.
Okay, you don't have to explain it. I agree. It's not like I asked the
And
question.
cereal, it's not a soup.
It's not. Very nice question. So which feels more rewarding to you? Playing bass and performing or painting such incredible pictures for the world to see?
Rewarding, I would say painting.
Yeah?
Yeah. For bass, if it's something really hard that I haven't been able to do for a while and I finally nail it, that's more rewarding. But it depends. It depends.
Okay.
It depends on what. If
Okay.
it's something random, then no. But if it's like something I've been working on for a while,
Mm-hmm.
Because when it's painting, I'm always looking back on it. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
I can't.
I'll ask the short version of this. Do you plan on playing all the instruments, let's say drums, keyboards, bass, in your original?
Original? What?
Yeah. Do you want to have an original where you play all the instruments?
Yes.
Would that be something? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe an album where all the instruments are just.
Just you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I thought about that. And then the album cover could be just 4 different versions of me.
Okay. Here's a question. Ellen, do you ever sleep?
A lot.
I've seen so many posts that you've done playing multiple instruments, winning art contests, getting out and networking with people, collaborating with people, etc., etc. Everything you do very well, as if you devote a lot of time and practice to it. I assume you also have educational studies. You squeezed more accomplishment into the last few years than most of us will in a lifetime. I'm seriously just curious if you ever have time to just sleep, read a book, or play a video game. My guess is that you do simply because you do everything else you want to do with a high degree of success. There's no reason to suspect you might fail at recreation. You want to...
What do I even
Whatever you feel.
obvious. It doesn't feel like I barely have any time. It doesn't feel like that. There's a lot of other stuff that you don't post about, like
Yeah.
chess. I mean, you kind of did, but
Little bit.
but when I think about it, no, because all those things are on separate days. It's not like I do everything every day on the same day. Like, it's like chess is once a week, art is once a week. It's like, and then I even have like days where I don't do anything at. Bless you. Like, I even have days where I don't even do anything, and a lot of people think I don't have time. Please, everyone who thinks that watching this Q&A, just stop thinking that. This is final. My word, this is evidence. This is evidence. I have time. I do other things. Please.
That's all right.
I don't want to see another comment about that.
Did you ever get the fretwork done on the old guild? No, Mark, we haven't. It's it's sitting there as is as you sent the base, so I don't want to touch it in any ways. I want to keep it as original as possible. Okay.
I think he's answering some questions.
Okay, technical question. How often do you practice? How many days per week? And how many hours a day?
I can answer all of those very technically.
Yes.
Like I said, around 2 hours a day, and it's not like specific timered, around 2 hours a day. 5 days a week. And Thursdays and Saturdays, I do whatever I want.
You mean take a day off?
Take a day off, yeah.
Very, very, very good question. How old are you now?
At this very, very point, I'm 12 years old, but
Okay.
let me tell you, in a month, I'll be 13
Okay.
in a month.
And also a question for me, Dad, how do you keep Ellen so grounded? How do I keep you grounded? He doesn't mean that
I know.
you're grounded.
I know. You mean behaved?
Yeah.
I don't think you specifically keep me behaved.
So how are you so grounded?
I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know what to say because I don't do anything specifically. We don't fight. We don't argue. Sometimes we argue, but it's the usual.
It's weird to not argue.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know. Okay, you know what? You're going home. All right, let's go.
I think he's gonna be the pop star they were talking about.
Yeah. Okay, another question. Do any of the sciences interest you?
I like chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Chemistry.
What about astrology?
Astrology is science?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, then astrology. 100%.
Is it not science?
I don't think it's considered science. That's why it is.
Leave a comment. Is astrology a
But
science
I do
or
like
not?
astrology more than chemistry. 100%.
Yeah?
100%.
Okay. Good question. Why can't Ellen sell her paintings?
Why can't?
Yeah.
Who said I can't?
I don't know. That was the question.
Why can't Ellen sell her
Yeah.
paintings?
Do you want to sell your paintings?
Depends on the painting. If I really, really like the painting, or in the future, if we can copy the painting so I can keep the original. Yeah, I think
Okay, so you're talking about the prints.
Yeah, the prints where it's
Okay.
like the textured everything.
Yes.
If it's like that, then yes, because I like my paintings, and most of my paintings I want to keep
Uh-huh.
for myself, like the original.
Uh-huh.
But if we can do that in the future,
The prints?
Yeah,
Okay.
I might sell it like that.
Okay. Is that something you might be interested? We haven't thought about, doing the prints, but if you are interested, leave in the comments and we might consider it.
Yeah.
Would you like something like that?
Yes.
Okay. That's your answer. Beautiful question. If you could do a jam session with one band for a day, who would it be?
Jam session with one band?
Yeah, for a day.
Does it have to be a band that's a band now? What if
That was a good question.
what if one of them or two of them isn't alive?
Just pick a band.
If I could, the Beatles, obviously. But if it has to be a band that's together now, a band. Queen?
Okay.
It's a hard question.
Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. How high or low do you like the string action for good slap response?
For slap?
Yeah.
For slap I like low. When you mean low as in when the strings are closer to the fretboard?
Yes.
Lower, but not too low.
Okay.
For slap. I don't like high for slap. High is normal for finger picking, but for slap, just regular.
Okay. Technical question. Haven't seen you use a pick. What feels best, flat or round wound strings? And what difference in sound of this feels right in your playing?
I mean, the first part with the pick, it's kind of weird because the last top 10 was mainly pick.
If you haven't seen the last two top 10 videos, we posted both in last month probably.
March.
Yeah, go back to the channel and check for top 10 bass lines, metal bass lines, part 2 and part 3. Like probably 50% of the time she's using a pick.
Especially for that person, go watch that.
Yeah.
What was the second part?
Flat wounds or round wounds? What difference in sound
Flat
of this?
ones is like the Hufner.
Yes.
I personally like round ones. Round wounds. Because the only time I've actually used flat wounds is for Beatles songs. But I don't like the feeling.
Okay.
It feels weird to me.
Oh.
The car.
Oh, we have a question from a good friend,
Who?
Philip Bino. Hey, Philip. He's asking, how did you get to be so awesome so quickly?
How do I answer that while being humble? What?
If you don't know, Philip is a monster bass player. He plays with Steve Vai. He tours with Steve Vai. And super nice guy. Yeah. When Ellen played on stage with Steve Vai, Philip and Ellen had so much fun together. Like dancing on the stage and having fun.
I played something like I practiced something. I don't know how long it took for me to practice that, but he heard me play it once and he already like did it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was so much fun.
That was like 2 years ago? 3 years ago.
I gotta go back to the video and watch it.
I know it was October.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was October.
Okay. Interesting question. How does your memorization of so many classic bass lines contribute to your improvisation skills?
Oh, I haven't really thought about that, but I guess it helps. I can't answer that specifically how it helps, but now that I think about it, it probably does.
Hi, Ellen. Is Daddy making another metal project and will you be on it?
Yes. Yes. With Octavision, again, right?
Yes, I think, yeah, he's talking about the Octavision.
Octavision. If you do continue it, yes, I'll be playing on that.
Okay, we're planning. I'm not gonna disclose any more details, but we're planning to work on one single for now and see how it goes. Ellen is gonna be on bass. I'm gonna be on the guitars, but the rest of the band, Murzo is on keyboards again. But the rest of the band is gonna be different from the first record. But again, monster players, and we were recently just talking about it, and I think we're gonna do another one. So, okay, that's a good question. How do you choose which bass guitar to play when you have so many to choose from?
I mean, there's a lot to choose from, and it depends on what video and what I'm playing. But usually, when it's just casual or it's for myself, my mayonnaise basses. It's my most comfortable, in my opinion. For me, it's my preferred one, the one I prefer most.
If I can continue, and at the same time, it also depends on the song.
Yeah.
Let's say for the Beatles song,
Obviously,
the Hofner is the best for the Beatles kind of stuff or that type of music, not specifically for Beatles covers. But yeah, most of the time, now she has 3 Mayonnaise guitars and they all have different pickups, different preamps, and they pretty much cover a wide range of, sounds. So it's easy to choose from. Are you actively trying to hone your skills on a 6th string and maybe progress to an electric and some soloing?
Electric? Electric what?
Electric guitar.
Oh.
He's talking about the 6th string guitar.
Oh, guitar.
Yeah, guitar.
For guitar, I just like acoustic sound, acoustic style songs more than electric or playing rock on guitar. So I think probably gonna stick to acoustic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good question. How does it feel to have so many followers at a young age and have people your own age looking up to you? Looks like you have achieved a lot.
I'm very grateful for that many followers, and I was even like, what, 1,000 when I first started? But now I don't really think much of it because I don't think about social media or followers. Um, but yeah, it's like I'm very grateful for everything. Yeah.
Good job. Have you ever played an Australian made guitar? She doesn't know, but yes, the acoustic song that you saw of her playing the acoustic guitar and singing, that guitar is an Australian made. It's Maton guitar, made in Australia. Amazing quality guitars.
Maiden guitar.
Maton.
Maiden.
Maton made in Australia. Yeah. Have you had your IQ tested?
I want to so bad. I was thinking about
How do you test your IQ?
And
Please let me in
where?
the comments.
Where? Is it online? Is it
I
like
don't know. I've never.
Oh, I think I saw something about where it's like someone comes to your house and like tests you or you go to them and they test. It's not online. They test you, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's written or if it's
Please put it in the comments.
I want to cuz I'm so curious.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I don't even know what type of question.
I wonder why.
I don't know if I don't think it's mathematical questions. Maybe a couple, but I don't know. I'm curious.
Okay, both of you are very talented and I have been following for some time now, but rarely do we see Mama in any videos. Why isn't she part of the filming as well?
Because most of the filming is musical, it's like more based on music. And my mom is a very musical person. She's not a musician though. My creative side, besides creative music, my artsy side comes from my mom because she's she's a designer. She's a
Costume designer.
costume designer, a makeup artist as a career. She designs. It's more artistic side comes from my mom.
But I'll disclose a secret. She hates being on the camera. So that's probably why you don't see her. And it's the most difficult thing ever. So hope that answers your question. What is the best way for an unknown musician with their own original music to expose themselves? Can I answer this?
Yeah.
Yeah? I would say create content. Social media is probably the best way to get an exposure of your music. Get some lighting, get some decent camera. Doesn't have to be expensive. Even your iPhone can shoot like decent videos if the lighting is good. So with minimal budget, you can make great content and put your music out there. That's the only advice I can give because that's what most independent artists have been doing for probably the last decade or so. And if the music is good, that's all that matters. Here's my question. We know that Ellen is an exceptional artist in many media, from her ability to play many instruments to her ability to paint. No challenge seems to slow her down. My question is more for you, Hovak, and it's one I've been wondering for some time. This is a multi-part question since I've seen you play guitar. What do you as parents do professionally, and how did you use that to nurture Ellen's transformation from child to child prodigy? You have a clearly gifted child in Ellen, and I'm sure many parents would like to know, how do you accomplish such a feat?
Transformation? I just kind of bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Oh, thank you so much for the feedback. Professionally, I do music like full time as a side job. I guess you could say I was doing it professionally because I was working since 2012 probably as a sound mixer for film and TV. I was doing location sound and then post-production, sound design, Foley, all that stuff. But mainly my focus was the sound, location sound for film and TV. I've worked on over 80 films, short, feature films, TV shows, a lot. If you check my IMDb, just type in my name and all my credits will show up.
Hulu
And
shows.
huh?
Hulu
Hulu
shows.
shows, yeah, all kinds of stuff.
I know you did a Taco Bell commercial one.
That too. And my wife, she's a professional makeup artist slash fashion costume designer. So that's what we do. And as far as the what we did to Ellen, so I
What you
honestly I don't consider her a prodigy, as bad as it might sound, because I know how hard she works for everything, and she is where she is now because of her hard work and also the environment. So that makes a huge difference. But I can't really say what we did because
Also, a lot of people say it's because of the studio. She has the equipment, but
I'll touch on that topic in a different video because it's kind of important for me. So hopefully that answered your question. I saw you playing on a fretless bass. Do you find it hard playing on that bass? Yeah,
it's not easy.
but is it harder than fretted bass?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I know the answer, but
Yeah.
like for
Yes.
them. Have you ever performed outdoors? Have a favorite amp or speaker size inside a bass cab? Second one is a technical. I'll answer that, but
Outdoors, like in a video or performance?
performed. Have you ever performed outdoors? I don't think you have.
No.
No, no. The amp we use is Mark Bass from Mark Bass. We have a few different amps, so depending on the sound, I will switch the amps. Well, maybe let's say it's for the mostly for the recordings, and the speakers are also different. We have two different cabinets. One is 410 and one is 210. So that's what we mainly use. Good question. You play bass, guitar, drums, you can sing, you can paint and draw, you juggle so many things,
Chess.
but can you actually juggle?
I can juggle two balls.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
Yes. I remember in School of Rock when I was bored, I would just bring like 2 minutes juggle.
Okay. Very good question. Have you ever met your favorite bass player?
Oh, one, actually a couple of. I think I would consider Tal as one of them. Victor wouldn't, obvious, but Richard Bona, yes, actually, yeah, most of them.
Most of them.
Except for like Paul McCartney and Bootsy, talked to,
Yeah.
not met.
If so, did you play together?
Only Victor wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a very good question. It has a little angry tone in it.
Okay.
When will you do your own music and get off the computer and stand up and play?
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. How do I even answer?
I don't know.
Get off the computer. What?
Yeah, get off the computer. That's right. Perfect question. If you could play with the band Queen, what song would you play? Great question.
I'm gonna say, You're My Best Friend. That
Yeah?
one. Yeah.
Okay. How many years has Ellen been playing bass? 5?
5.
5. 5.
5.
High five.
High five.
What is your favorite thing about music? That's a really good question.
About playing or
No,
just
about music in general.
I can't choose between playing and listening. I think probably just listening and enjoying music. Just listening you know how that feeling when it gets stuck in your head,
Mm-hmm.
or watching other people play music.
Mm-hmm.
But also a different thing about it is like when you can hear music and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's everyone, because I could randomly, like, someone crossing the street and, like, I just hear music.
Okay.
Listening to music, probably. Because playing is also listening to music.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Because without listening to music, it would be boring.
Oh, yeah. Are you homeschooled?
I was waiting for that question.
Yeah?
Yes, I am homeschooled.
Yes,
Yes.
I am homeschooled.
Because everyone's like, how do you do it with schoolwork and everything? Homeschooled.
Oh, nice question. Congratulations. You're going to play the very first concert on Mars. For the 2-year trip, you can bring 2 small personal items and 1 favorite food on the spaceship. What would they be?
2 personal items? Any item?
You can bring 2 small personal items
Okay.
and 1 favorite food.
2 small personal items? Luto Rinko.
The birds.
Okay, I'm not
What about
counting.
Neo?
No.
No, not counting the animals. Because you don't know if they will survive, like they can leave on Mars or not. So, personal items.
All right. Personal items. Okay, I'm not counting my base because it's a concert, so my base is gonna be there.
Right.
So
Makes sense.
Personal items
Good point.
would be Okay, I'm gonna get bored, so a sketchbook.
Okay.
Sketchbook, and personal item number 2.
Well, what are you going to do with just the sketchbook?
Do I have to count the pen as a second?
Of course. Sketchbook is different thing.
Okay, then
Pen is a different thing.
Sketchbook and pencil.
That's it. There you go.
And food.
Food.
Noodles.
Noodles?
Yeah.
Okay. Ramen?
No. Chow mein.
Okay. Are there any genres of specific songs that you were surprised to enjoy playing? That's a good question.
Maybe Dream Theater, the Dance of Eternity.
You're surprised that you enjoyed it?
No, not
That was the question.
not the song that I enjoyed the song, but the genre that I enjoyed playing that genre more than the other bass lines.
Dream Theater?
Yeah, that genre.
Okay.
I'm surprised that I enjoy playing like progressive metal.
Mm-hmm.
a
Okay,
lot.
so let's, kind of generalize it. So progressive metal.
Progressive metal.
What would you say have been your hardest song to play so far?
One of them, if I'm not forgetting anything, is definitely Domination,
Mm-hmm.
Symphony X, or the Dream Theater.
Panic Attack?
Panic Attack. Dance of Eternity was easier than Panic Attack. I can't think of anything right now else.
Yeah, okay. That was the end of the questions. Nice. It took a long time. Almost 2 hours.
What?
Yeah, but I'm gonna edit it, so
Oh, wow.
yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope this was enjoyable. I hope we answered like a lot of questions. Some of them were repeating, so I just skipped them. But it was fun. Thank you so much for the questions. And also thanks to our supporters on Patreon and channel members on YouTube and Facebook. That's it for today's video.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the share. Share this with your friends, not hit the share. And make sure to stay tuned for the next video.
We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace and bye.